Hello, we're Unlucky Frog, and you've joined us on the wall.
Yep, look at all the swag.
Look at this stuff. Look at it all. This is glorious. We have just received all this gear for the new A Song of Ice and Fire miniatures game. So what are we looking at here?
So this is from Cool Mini or Not, and this is the Hand of the King pledge.
Mm-hmm.
So really, all I've paid for here is this Stark vs. Lannister starter set, and all this, that's all stretch goals.
Which is a stretch. Look at that.
It's a lot of stuff.
So guys, we are going to open up all of these bad boys, so you stay tuned and watch us while we dig into them.
So here we have seven of the add-on boxes, which are actually stretch goals for the campaign.
So I believe that these will also be available at retail as well.
I think everything's going to retail.
Yeah.
Which makes sense again for it being a miniatures tabletop game. The idea being that you can play battles as big or as small as you want.
Yeah.
So we've got Stark Bowman, do it say in the tin. Bolton's Bastard Girls.
Bolton's Bastard Girls.
Yeah. Knights of Casterly Rock.
We've got some Bolton Flayed Men here.
The Bolton Flayed Men are like the shock cavalry of
Yeah.
House Bolton, so big, scary, heavily armoured knights.
And then up at the top here, we've got some of the heroes of this
what we're going
sale.
to do just now is we don't quite have time to go through these units, so we're going to put these to the side and we're going to open up some of the heroes. So let's start off with the neutral heroes.
Yes, so these are, we got some of the Boltons, some of the characters whose allegiance shifts about during the
I think that's the
story.
idea with this neutral faction.
Yes.
Is its characters, as you say.
Really like how the box is presented. Actually, look at that.
Yeah.
Very neat.
They're all single piece miniatures, which means that the nice thing about that obviously is that you're ready to go.
Yeah, no assembly required here.
Drawback maybe you're not going to be able to customise them as much as some of the multi-part kits.
No, but that's not for everyone.
Yeah, and at the same time, like, I think what I foresee happening with A Song of Ice and Fire is people reenacting battles from the books.
Yeah.
I think people will take an almost like historical battles approach to it.
Sure, yeah.
So it stands to reason that they're single piece miniatures. We have the cards.
Yes.
For the characters.
So these are the different rules that you're going to need. So nice that all of that's included. You just need the starter set and whatever else you need and you're good to go.
Yeah, you don't need to read up an app or anything like that. There's a lot of empty space in here, but at the same time it means that your miniatures are pretty well protected, which is nice. So without further ado, let's take a look at some of them.
Alright, who have we got here then?
So this sad character here, that's Theon Greyjoy.
Oh.
Also known as Reek.
Yeah.
And that's him after he has been tortured and traumatised by Ramsay. This lovely chap. What's quite interesting here is you're really seeing from some of these characters that they're adhering more to the books.
Yeah.
The TV show, because in the TV show he's a skinny wee chap, you know, quite pretty, but in the books he's actually quite fat and he's hideous, and that's quite clearly what they've gone for here. He's horrible looking.
Yeah, he's got like an almost skull looking helmet as well.
Yeah, well it's that whole thing about the Boltons. They use a lot of skull, quite macabre iconography, so they are quite sinister looking. And there's Daddy Bolton, Roose, Dirty Traitor. Speaking of dirty traitors, we have Lord Baelish.
Who has he not betrayed?
Yeah.
And then finally,
the big bald himself, Lord Varys.
yes. The Cunning Devil.
So, I think some of these are non-combat units.
I'm guessing Lord Varys and Lord Baelish are not going to be involved in the fighting. Yeah. I can't picture Theon Greyjoy being much in for the fighting in this kind of condition.
No, I don't.
Who knows, though? Who knows?
So,
and then we've got the cards for them as well.
We're going to try and get them open.
Never an easy task.
No, there we go.
There we are.
It's happening. So, got Lord Roose. Horrific rumours. When Roose claims a zone on the tactics board, you may replace that zone's effect with up to 2 enemy combat units become panicked.
I'm sure that's going to make sense when we've read the rules and learned how to play.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know the rules, but I mean, it makes sense that House Bolton, who have quite a horrifying reputation, cause a bit of panic.
Sure.
In their enemy. Peter Baelish, Littlefinger, Lord Baelish, master of the game, because he is. When Peter claims a zone in the tactics board, he may replace its effect with the effect of any unclaimed zone.
There we are.
So that really represents him like shifting things about, causing confusion. Lord Varys has got his little birds.
Yep.
That's his network of spies. When he starts the game with 4 order tokens. When an enemy non-combat unit claims a zone on the tactics board, you may expend 1 order token on Varys and roll a die. On a 3-up, you can choose one of the 2 effects. The non-combat unit loses all its abilities until the end of the round.
Oh.
Or you can cancel the effect of the claim zone. So he's really about countering your enemy's tactics, which makes sense with being a spy master. And we've got Ramsay.
There's almost like an entire deck for this guy for the combat.
Yeah, so we've got some neutral tactics, some generic things that can be used for them. So it looks as though the cards are going to play a pretty big part of the game. But
looking forward to giving it all a go.
Looks pretty thematic. Looking forward to seeing how it all plays. It looks as though the neutral faction are pretty sleek at.
Yeah.
A lot of their stuff's about being conniving and getting one over on people. So
there we are. So do you think it's appropriate for me to open the Lannisters?
I think let's leave them there.
We'll have them slowly amassing as we open everything up.
Let's get that out of the way just now, and Josh can open the Lannisters.
There we go. So we've got.
Because you are a Lannister.
I'm not a Lannister. I'm just blonde. I'm from the south, as in from England.
Still is.
Really, I should be a Stark because I'm from the north of England.
Yeah, but everyone knows that beyond the wall is the true north.
Anyway, so we're opening up the Lannister heroes here. So again, similar deal to what we had before.
So it looks as though 4 or 5 figures is like the standard. No, it is 5.
So there we go. I really like the art for this. It's just, I think it looks great. But there we go. There's our band of lads. And what have we got here? So we have the deck of cards there.
Yeah. We'll maybe not go through all the cards, but we'll definitely have a look at them. I think it's taped.
Yeah, I've got it. All right. So who do we start with? This has got to be. Is this the Hound?
That is Sandor Clegane.
There he is. He's a good lad.
He's a bit of an anti-hero.
Yeah.
Bit of a reluctant hero. With his horribly scarred face, of course. Looking quite gallant there, has to be said.
And then we've got a much older looking gentleman.
That is Tywin
Lannister.
Again, another good example of how this adheres more to the books than the TV show. He's bald.
Yep.
He's bald in the books, and has immense mutton chops in the books also, which he does not have in the show.
And we've got this old old geezer here.
Maester Pycelle, a dirty old man. Dirty, disgusting old man. Yeah.
We have the High Sparrow.
Yeah.
Check him out.
Yeah. Looking suitably ragged. Calm and poised, though.
Yeah.
Really.
And the main man himself.
He's your favourite, isn't he?
Oh, God. If there's ever a fictitious character...
The god of tits and wine.
Yes.
Tyrion
Who wouldn't want to be Tyrion Lannister?
You see
actually,
that, he has a bit
he has a really rough time of it. But he's just... Look at it. I love the miniature for him as well. Could use him as a halfling in a D&D setting.
You could use him as a dwarf as well, I guess.
A little stocky there, isn't he?
Yeah, and he also got the axe. He looks the part.
It's worth noting, actually, that these are very nice miniatures. You could probably get away with using them in other systems as well.
That's what I was thinking, is that, because everyone has that problem in other systems of... These are the models that you have to use for such and such a unit.
Yeah.
Because you could get away with using Sandor Clegane as a fighter,
paladin. Even he's quite he's not that heavily armored.
You could use Ramsay as like a bandit boss or something.
Yep. These all wouldn't look amiss on your tabletop in any setting. Well, any fantasy setting. All right,
my guys.
All right.
Yeah.
Boring good guys.
Not boring good guys. How are the Starks boring?
No, to be fair, I just like saying that.
Just a dick, aren't you?
Moving on. Right, so how many? Has this got slightly more models in?
Yeah.
This one?
This has got about 6, I think.
Yeah, we've got 6 in this one. So let's open it up. We get a movement tray as well in this one.
There you go.
Check that out.
Oh, look. It is some unit cards.
There we go.
So we've got the cards again.
Mm-hmm. And then...
These are some really nice models.
Wow, yeah, these are probably the nicest of the bunch, to be honest. As loath as I am to admit that.
That we've seen so far, anyway.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll just need to double check this because I'm not sure who everyone is. Okay, we've got Brynden Tully, the Black Fish.
Yep.
He is Robb Stark's uncle, or his great uncle rather, Catelyn Stark's uncle.
Right.
And he is a confirmed bachelor, military man, all round good egg.
All round good guy.
Yep.
Okie doke.
We've got... This is a guy who actually doesn't appear very often in the... I think he's appeared once in the show.
Oh, right.
And he's only ever been mentioned in the book so far. We've not even met him, but that's Howland Reed.
Right. But look at that, right? You could use him as a ranger for your Dungeons and Dragons
really
game.
cool model, actually.
Yeah, he looks really nice.
The spear, dagger, and bow. He is tool for war. We have... This is Sir Roderick Cassell. He is the Castellan of Winterfell. Fun fact, I actually know the guy who played Roderick Cassell in the show.
You do? Yeah.
I went to school with his kids. So, there you go. We've got Bran and Hodor as one model.
That's amazing. He's huge. I was not expecting him to be very tall.
Right, so actually we've got... Here's a good comparison.
And as you can see, compared to our standard reference Stormcast Eternal model, Hodor stands quite tall. Look at that.
He's actually
a big lad
than the Stormcast.
He's a big lad.
Take the plume into account. He's taller than him. I think from what I know of the comparison of the Stormcast to other models in the Age of Sigmar universe, I think Stormcast is supposed to be about 7 foot tall.
Yeah.
So
he's big.
He's a big guy.
He's
there
big.
You And we've got Eddard Stark.
Yay!
With Ice, the family heirloom.
There we go.
Big
Good
two-handed
lad.
sword. Yeah, looking suitably gallant there.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like this model. This is Summer. It's Bran's wolf.
One of the dire wolves.
And again, just to give you an idea, bloody huge.
Yeah. So this is what the
Yeah, that's the
movement tray was for, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
So,
no, it is, and
Yeah.
it's indented to show you the front, rear, and the flanks of the.
There we
the
go.
model.
Excellent.
So that is the heroes.
So we're going to move on now, and we are going to do what is called the Hand of the King pledge.
Right, so not as pretty as the other boxes.
Well, just because it's not pretty on the outside does not mean it's beautiful in the inside.
Does not mean it's not beautiful.
I can English.
Yeah.
Right. Let's dive in.
Yeah.
Right, so this is the Hand of the King pledge. So this is all Kickstarter exclusive stuff. Is that right?
You're not going to be able to get this stuff elsewhere.
Whoa.
So
Right, I have to dig
go,
this out.
go
Right.
on.
Check this impressive yet probably unnecessary piece of kit. Look at the Iron Throne itself. Look at all of those swords.
So
That is fantastic.
this looks impressive, but do you know what its purpose in game is?
What is its purpose?
It's the first player token.
That's the biggest first player token I've ever seen.
I think there are bigger ones out there, but certainly the most ostentatious I've seen.
Yes. Yeah. That's fantastic. What else have we got in here though? We've got a ton
We've
of
got a
stuff.
movement tray.
Yay!
We have character cards.
Mm-hmm.
We have action cards.
Yeah.
And we have
A whole load of... we got some miniatures, but
Right, so
there's some
look-
nice...
okay.
Oh, look at these.
So these are game tokens. They can be used. They're going to be used for different currencies and things in the game. Different actions represent different statuses, that sort
Yeah.
of thing. So very useful, very nice to have.
Uh-huh.
And again, Kickstarter exclusive, so that's cool. So
And
move
then
this to the side because
the minis
the fun
themselves.
part. Lots of Kickstarter exclusive stuff.
Okay, alright. Well, are we starting with Starks, Lannisters? Where are we going?
Well, we do the neutral guys again.
Okay, alright. So who have we got here?
So we've got an alternate sculpt for Ramsay Bolton.
There we go, looking suitably evil and conniving.
Yep, ready
That's
to
nasty little man.
go to work flaying you with that dagger.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Tyrion's pal, Bronn.
Oh, nice, yes.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So he is actually a mercenary, and it stands to reason that he is.
The neutral.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome model as well. I think that's.
I
one of
really
my
like
favourites.
that, yeah. That's cool.
You could use that to play a rogue fighter, anything like that. This is Brienne of Tarth.
Yep,
Sword's a little bit bent,
that's a shame.
but she looks pretty cool. I'm
Hopefully
sure.
we can fix that.
Yeah, I imagine we can.
Just hot water, maybe.
Yeah, nice to have a female fighter paladin type sculpt. She's in full plate,
Yep,
looking badass.
there we go. And then finally, for the neutrals.
This is really cool, right?
Yeah.
This is not a character that we've met in the show or the book yet. He is the High Seneschal
Right.
of the Citadel. So this is
Right.
the order all the Maesters are part of.
Uh-huh.
They've actually based him on George R.R. Martin. They've used
Oh,
his
no
likeness.
way.
Yeah.
So he does look like George R.R. Martin, and quite appropriately, holding a book and a quill
Yeah.
as well. An empty book, George. Get working on that final book. Can I do the Lannisters
You want
again?
to do the Lannisters?
Right, and I'm gonna save the best to last because my god. But what have we got here?
I think that is a guard captain.
Yep. He's
What happened?
His head stick. It's got a super long neck.
What the hell? What happened there?
It looks like a giraffe.
That's scary.
We'll show you a close-up of this, but yeah.
Oh man, that needs fixed.
Yeah. Who else have we got there? Is this another guard captain of sorts, or is this a named character? Is that Joffrey?
No, I think that's a guard captain.
Uh-huh.
I think that might be a herald.
Right.
And the other one might be a guard captain. I'm not sure.
There we go. This could only be the Hound.
No, that's the Mountain.
He's massive.
Yeah.
Check him out next to our standard issue reference Stormcast Eternal.
He is a good foot taller.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just as broad as him, if not broader. He's a big lad.
Hench. And then we've got, what have we got here?
That is Jaime.
Jaime Lannister. Oh, with his hand chopped off. Yeah, looking sorry for himself. And good lord, look at the size of this.
The mountain that rides. I'll put him next to the Stormcast now.
Boom. That's insane.
Yeah, don't mess with
That's
him.
massive. And then the Starks.
So we have Mage Mormont.
Mm-hmm.
She is leader of House Mormont of Bear Island.
Yep.
Nice to have a cool female sculpt again.
Yes.
And, she's fully covered in actual armour that works.
Mm-hmm. Unlike many fantasy ladies.
Unfortunately. Looks like a Stark bowman of some sort.
Yeah, is this maybe a captain for the bowmen?
Possibly. He looks cool.
Yeah, I like it.
We have an alternate sculpt for the Great John, Lord of House Umber, with a massive sword.
It's humongous. It's like as tall as a regular guy.
Yeah. And again,
Yeah.
pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
Big lad. Not quite mountain big, but he's up there. We've got a Stark captain.
Yep.
Sworn sword.
All really nice miniatures as well.
Yep. And we have the Blackfish, Brynden Tully, on horseback.
Nice. So, very nice miniatures, giraffe neck aside. So, we're going to dig into the main box coming up, so bear with us. On to the main attraction now. This is the main starter kit for A Song of Ice and Fire. Get 2 armies in this, one for Starks, one for Lannisters. I know which one I'll likely be playing.
Yep.
I don't think Ben's going to have any complaints either. Let's dig in and let's see what you get in the box. Alright. I'll let you do the honours.
It's a nice, high quality box.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
This is it's gonna do a good box fart. I can tell you that much.
Feel it. Right.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, good smell. Good box.
Yeah.
This is smart. Look, it's got the artwork.
Yeah, I like that.
characters.
So here we go. First thing we've come up with is the rulebook. Nice, and I was expecting this to be a much weightier tome, actually.
Yeah,
but I suppose because most of the rules for the models themselves come on their own cards, they don't need to include all of that in the book itself. Really nicely done. Full colour.
I mean, there's a definite trend now with tabletop war games towards streamlined rules.
Yeah, definitely. And there we are. Diagrams as well.
I think you could get the big hardback book as an optional add-on, but I was tight.
I hate to disappoint you, Ben.
What?
There is no index. They do have a rule summary on the back, though.
Okay, right. Well, we'll see.
So we'll
see
see how that pans out. So that's the rule book. And then what have we got?
Punch outs. We got currency for the game. Got barricades and stuff like that. And of course, it would not be Game of Thrones without piles of dead bodies.
Just a mountain of corpses.
Yeah.
Delightful.
So, there's like 3 sheets of punch outs.
Yeah.
And they're.
This is cool though. It's a nice, effective way of, adding some terrain to your battlefield without having to invest in lots of scenery.
Yeah.
And the like. So that's neat.
Speaking of which, you've got some cards for walls and things like that as well. So they've all got stats for the game.
Yeah.
Some objective cards.
There we go.
Just to spice things up a bit. Dice.
Dice, of course.
You need dice for sort of game like this.
Huge stack of cards here. Look at all of that.
The Kingslayer on top there.
Yeah. Let's dig out the movement tray. Oh, hold on.
Oh, there's some cheeky
little Starks underneath there as well.
Those sneaky, cheeky Starks, but lots of movement trays.
We're on to the main kit itself.
Solar.
I love this. Actually comes with a little instruction on how to pack it, because you get that much stuff inside.
And that's the other really cool thing, because much as we like the Games Workshop games, once you've built them, you've got them out of the box, they're not going back in.
No.
Whereas you can store all of this in the box.
Yes.
Because you've got these.
Look at all of that.
Which is really smart. So, obviously we're not going to talk through each individual miniature because a lot of them are duplicates of the same thing. So what we'll do is we'll maybe
open them up and have a chat about them. Some of the more interesting looking ones, yeah.
So just get it open. Right, so right at the top of the line, you've got the Stark Sworn Shields, which are these are pretty much your rank and file for a Stark army. Sword and board, wearing Stark tabards, chainmail. Nice little,
nice minis.
Yeah, and you've got 3 rows of 8 of them, so you've got a fair amount of them, and you've got them in different poses as well, so you get enough variation. It's not a whole lot of variation, mind, but there's enough. These are the ones that I really like, though.
The Berserkers.
The House Umber Berserkers.
Look at that.
Two axes.
And again, you could use it. I keep saying it, but you could use them for a ranger or for a druid or something like that.
Oh, Great John's a wee bit bent there. I think I prefer that pose.
It's a huge sword.
Battle ready.
Bloody yeah.
Huge sword for a huge
guy. Impressive.
Now put the because I think that's the unit leader actually. That guy,
because
the others don't have the.
They don't have the head on them.
But I mean, like, that's a pretty good example. Like, you could use. They wouldn't look out of place in Age of Sigmar.
No.
You just say this is a dude.
Yep.
Got the general, Robb Stark.
There he is. He's a good lad.
His mother and confidant, Catelyn Stark. It's a non-combat unit in the game. And his sister, Sansa Stark.
Nice. All nice miniatures as well.
Yep. And
another wolf.
Grey Wind. Looking a bit more vicious than Summer.
Aye, just a tad.
Yep. So that's some of the Starks, and we do also. We'll show you one of these.
Yeah, these are the cavalry that you get with them.
Yeah. Well, we've also got some
some banner bearers as well.
There's an Umber banner bearer for the Berserkers.
Mm-hmm.
One for the Stark Sworn Shields. There's two actually, so I guess the idea is that you've
got two units
of them. But we do also have I think these are the House Tully Outriders.
Yes.
So they're like a
Check them out.
fast cavalry unit.
They look really nice.
Light cavalry.
Reminds me of Rohan. A little bit, yeah. The Riders of
Rohan. They do have a
Rohan.
bit of a Saxon vibe.
Yeah.
The northern houses, I think.
Alright. We've got so much stuff here. So we've got all these guys armed with halberds.
So it's worth quickly saying actually that if you compare a Lannister foot soldier to a Stark foot soldier, his gear is a lot fancier.
Oh yeah.
So they really have gone for the character of the great houses here, in that this is just some wee poor guy that is fighting for hearth and home, whereas this Lannister guy's been conscripted and given a bunch of expensive gear. And I think I recall from having looked at some of the stats for the Lannisters, they've got really good gear.
Terrible stats.
Their bravery's terrible.
Yeah.
Because they're not fighting for what they believe in.
No, it's thematic, that's for sure. And look at that, we've got the captain of the guard there. Make, you know, again, just excellent sort of generic miniatures. Is this the Kingslayer himself?
That is Jaime Lannister.
Look at him. Very suave. Now with both hands.
So he's obviously the general for the Stark side.
We also have a couple of these chaps.
That's the Mountains Men.
Yeah. Bearing massive swords.
Looking suitably brutish. Because the Lannister army is quite baroque. Whereas they are just wearing like dirty iron plate over chainmail.
Whereas that's the Mountain's Men, and here's the Mountain himself, humongous as well. So he goes down there. Then we've got a couple of the banner bearers as well, looking very fancy.
Very fancy.
Very fancy. And then we've got Queen Bee herself.
Cersei, yeah.
Nasty.
Non-combat, obviously.
And check him out.
So
holding his goblet.
He's an interesting one, Tyrion, because don't quote me on this, but I'm sure that he can be played as a combat unit or a non-combat unit. Because of course he does take to the field.
Yep.
In the book and the show.
And then we've got more rank and file down here. Again, we're not going to go through all of them, but you get a lot of miniatures in this game.
So you've got Lannister Guard with a sword and shield, and then you've got the halberdiers with the halberds. Obviously.
There we go. And that's what you get. You got an absolute bucket load here.
I think all in, including shipping, I paid about 150 for this.
Yeah.
So as much as we do rail on Cool Mini or not, you get tremendous value for money with this.
Oh yeah, and I was even saying in between our takes, I'm regretting not backing this. I'm looking at all this and I'm really jealous of you right now. So, but fortunately, at least I'll get to play it as well.
Because this is the thing, right? Is we're going to play the game. We're going to see how it goes, but even if I don't enjoy the game, I don't feel like I've wasted money here. No,
you've got so many miniatures. You are going to be set for any sort of fantasy setting.
Exactly, like because
or even historic settings as well.
So we can use them in any tabletop RPGs we play. They would not look out of place, to be honest, in Age of Sigmar.
No, you can probably get away with them. Yeah. So, guys, thank you very much for watching and joining us for our unboxing of A Song of Ice and Fire. You stay tuned to the channel and we will let you know what we think of the game once we've had a chance to play it.
Yep.
But until next time, stay tuned. Take care.